4-4, factoring quadratic expressions. You've done this before. There's nothing different than what you used to do in Algebra 1 when you're factoring it. But again, we'll go through this a little bit. That's when a is plus or minus 1, that a being your first term. Find your AC number. AC number is 20. What numbers multiply to be 20? Well, 1 and 20, 2 and 10, 4 and 5. Okay? Since this is positive, what's going to add to 9? So 4 plus 5 is 9. So there's my answer. Now, since a is 1, simple. A plus 4, a plus 5. And you're done. Before somebody yells at me for that. 5. Now, problem 2, I really find that this is where kids struggle the most, finding the expression in factored form. So, looking for common factors. What does 6n squared and 9n have? Well, 6 and 9, there's a function in your calculator called GCF, greatest common factor. You can figure that out if you really need it. But between 6 and 9 is 3, so I'm going to pull 3 out. And then we look at the variable, n squared and n. What's the smallest n? Well, pull the n out. So 3n. Now you're dividing. So 6n squared divided by 3n is 2n. 9n divided by 3n is 3. Now if I could keep going, I would, but I don't have to. Now factoring when the a isn't 1. It's not much different. Find your AC number. My AC number is 2 times 12, which is 24. What are my factors of 24? Well, 1 and 24, 2 and 12, 3 and 8. Well, again, we're adding. So 3 plus 8 is 11. Well, that matches the 11, so we're good there. I'm going to do the same exact thing I just did. X plus 3, x plus 8. But we have to account for the fact that that first term is 2. It's not 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and divide both these by 2. Okay, well, which one could be divisible by 2? Well, x plus 8 divided by 2 is 4. So it gives me x plus 4. And we divide by 2 here. Well, I can't do that. So what I can do to compensate is just stick that 2 in front of the x. And there's my answer. Let's take a look at that one again with this second problem I kind of put up there. What's my AC number? Well, it's negative 12. What are the factors of negative 12? Well, 1 and 12, 2 and 6, 3 and 4. And I'm looking for negative 4 in there. So I need to subtract, because we have a negative there too. So it's a subtraction thing. So it's positive 2 minus 6, which is going to give me negative 4. So that's where my AC number is. So I'm going to do the same thing I just did. End up with x plus 2, x minus 6. Now again, I have to compensate for that 4, so let's divide all these by 4. Oh wait, none of those are divisible by 4, so I can't just straight write x plus 4 like I did in the last one. Well, what do? Well, let's go ahead and reduce that. 2 divided by 4 is 1/2, and 6 divided by 4 is 3/2. That's a simple matter of plugging your calculator and reduce it for you. But don't worry about it. Well, again, take the denominator and put it out front. So I end up with 2x plus 1 times 2x minus 3. That is by far the quickest way I've seen to factor. I highly suggest using it. There's a couple different ways that you can go ahead and factor this one. But always what I look for is if and when they're perfect squares. If they're perfect squares, it makes my life easy. You could always go through, find your AC number, do it on the same steps I just did. But since 25 and 49 are both perfect squares, I can just straight take the square root of it. We know it's a minus sign, so they're different signs. What's square root of 25? Well, that's 5. Square root of x squared is x. Same thing here, 5x. What's square root of 49? 7. By far, again, the easiest way to do it.